Students, today we are going to learn how to calculate goodwill with the average profit method. First, I will read the illustration. Samir and Nisha were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3/4 and 1/4. Balance sheet as on 31st March 2018 is given. Capital Samir 1,50,000, Nisha 1,62,000. General reserve 48,000, creditors 90,000. Assets stock 90,000, fixtures 60,000, debtors minus RDD, outer column 1,35,000, bills receivable 90,000, cash in hand 75,000. They admit Poonam for 1/5 share on 1st April 2018 on the following terms. Poonam introduced rupees 1,20,000 as her capital. Poonam would pay cash for goodwill, which would be based on 4 years purchase of past profits of last 5 years. Assets were revalued as under: fixtures at rupees 45,000, bills receivable at rupees 1,20,000, stock at rupees 60,000, debtors at book value less a provision of 20%. Bills payable of rupees 15,000 have been omitted from the books. Profits for the last 5 years were as under: first year rupees 60,000, second year rupees 45,000, third year rupees 75,000, fourth year rupees 30,000, fifth year rupees 45,000. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet after Poonam's admission. So now first we will learn how to prepare the revaluation account. From point number 3 under the adjustments, here the revaluation of assets is given. Fixtures will be revalued at rupees 45,000. The value of fixtures as per the old balance sheet is rupees 60,000. It means the value of fixtures has decreased by rupees 15,000. So whenever the value of asset decreases, it is recorded on the debit side of the revaluation account. So here you have to write to fixtures account rupees 15,000. Next, bills receivable valued at rupees 1,20,000. Value of bills receivable as per the old balance sheet is rupees 90,000. But now bills receivable is valued at rupees 1,20,000. So the value of bills receivable has increased. So whenever the value of asset increases, it is recorded on the credit side of the revaluation account. So 30,000 is recorded here. Next, stock is valued at rupees 60,000. The value of stock as per the old balance sheet is rupees 90,000. It means the stock has decreased by rupees 30,000. So it is recorded on the debit side of the revaluation account to stock account 30,000. Then debtors are to be reduced by 20%. So here the debtors are given rupees 1,50,000. 20% of this amount is rupees 30,000. Now 15,000 is already subtracted. If you subtract 30,000 from 1,50,000, outer column you have to record 1,20,000. It means the debtors are going to decrease further by rupees 15,000. So whenever the value of asset decreases, it is recorded on the debit side of the revaluation account to provision on debtors 15,000. Then the next adjustment is given about bills payable. They have not recorded bills payable. Now you know bills payable is the liability. So whenever liability increases, it is the loss for the business. So bills payable will be recorded on the debit side of the revaluation account. In this manner, we have to prepare the revaluation account. Here you can see that the debit side total is heavier than the credit side total. So there is a difference of rupees 45,000. It is called revaluation loss. It is transferred to old partners' capital account, and this loss is divided among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, which is given in the question. Their profit sharing ratio is 3/4 and 1/4. So 45,000 is divided among Samir and Nisha in this ratio, and this amount is transferred to their capital account. Now next we are going to study about the preparation of the capital account. So first we are going to record balance brought down on the credit side, that is the capital amount of old partners. Samir and Nisha are old partners, so their capital amounts will be recorded on the credit side of the partners capital account. Here you can see by balance brought down, their capital amounts are recorded here. Then whenever there is any general reserve or profit and loss account given under the liabilities, it is to be divided among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So here general reserve is given 48,000. So it is to be recorded on the credit side of the partners capital account, and it is divided among the old partners in their profit sharing ratio. Then the next entry is about the introduction of the capital by the new partner. Poonam introduced rupees 1,20,000 as her capital. So cash comes in the business. So the journal entry is cash or bank account debit to Poonam's capital account. So here they have written by cash account 1,20,000. This is 4,800 is the printing error. Okay, by mistake they have printed this, so you should not take this into consideration. Only 1,20,000 is to be recorded in Poonam's column as her capital. Now the entry is about the goodwill. Now as per the adjustment number 4, here they have given profits for the last 5 years were as under. So you need to add all these profits to get the total profit. And here it is given as per the adjustment number 2, they have given that Poonam would pay cash for goodwill, which would be based on 4 years purchase of past profits of last 5 years. So here last 5 years profits are given. You need to add them to get the total profit for 5 years. So here the working note is given for the calculation of goodwill. This is the total profit for 5 years, that is 2,55,000. Here it is given. In order to calculate the average profit, there is a formula. That formula they have not given. Average profit is equal to total profit divided by number of years. So 2,55,000 is divided by 5, because 5 years profit they have given. Then you get the average profit of rupees 51,000. Then it is given in the question that 4 years purchase. Here it is given 4 years purchase. So average profit you have to multiply with 4. So 2,04,000 is the total amount of goodwill for all the partners. From that you have to calculate Poonam's share. Now in the question it is given that Poonam is admitted on the basis of 1/5 share. So you have to calculate 1/5 amount of goodwill. Now 2,04,000 is the total goodwill for all the partners. Of that 1/5 is 40,800. Then they have given the journal entry. When Poonam is admitted, she brings the capital of rupees 1,20,000. So they have passed the combined entries. You can pass separate entry for capital, that is cash account debit 1,20,000 to Poonam's capital account 1,20,000. Then she has to pay rupees 40,800 for goodwill. So cash comes in the business 40,800 to goodwill account. So they have written the total amount for cash, that is 1,20,000 for capital and 40,800 for goodwill. So total of 1,60,800 cash comes in the business. Then this goodwill is transferred to old partners capital account and divided among them in their old profit sharing ratio. So that entry is recorded here in the capital account, hereby goodwill 30,600 and 10,200. Then from the revaluation account, the revaluation loss 33,750 for Samir and 11,250 for Nisha is recorded on the debit side of partners capital account. Then you have to find out the balance carried down. That I have explained earlier also, how to find out the balance carried down. You have to check the totals of the credit side. Now here the total for Samir is 2,16,600. Don't consider this 4,800. This is the printing error. From that you have to subtract 33,750 for the revaluation loss. So 1,82,850 is the closing balance for Samir. In the same manner you have to calculate the closing balance for other two partners. For Poonam it will be the same because she is the new partner. Then we are going to study the changes in the new balance sheet. Now the old balance sheet is given here. Then first item is the capital. So for capital in the new balance sheet you record the closing balance. Here the closing balance of the capital accounts is given, that you have to record under capitals for all the partners. Then from the old balance sheet you have to record the liabilities. Now creditors are given 90,000. About creditors they have not given any information under the adjustment. So this amount will remain the same. So here they have recorded creditors 90,000. You can see here creditors rupees 90,000 is recorded here. Then there is one adjustment about bills payable. That bills payable was not recorded earlier, but now they have recorded. It means the liability has increased. So bills payable will be recorded under the liabilities 15,000. So this is our liability side. Now we are going to see the changes under the assets. So here you can see first cash in hand 75,000. Then cash came in the business by Poonam's capital rupees 1,20,000, that you have to add in rupees 75,000. Plus you have to add the cash paid for goodwill, that is 40,800. So the total cash is recorded here 2,35,800. Then the debtors they have recorded. See, as per the old balance sheet, debtors are 1,50,000, and here they have given that the new RDD is 20%. It means you have to take 20% of 1,50,000. So that adjustment is recorded in the new balance sheet. Debtors 1,50,000 minus 20% of 1,50,000 is 30,000. So outer column 1,20,000. Then they have recorded bills receivable 90,000. Here as per the adjustment number 3, you can see that the amount of bills receivable is increased to 1,20,000. So that you have to show in the new balance sheet, that is bills receivable 90,000 plus increase in the amount 30,000. So outer column 1,20,000. Then they have recorded the amount of stock which is given in the old balance sheet rupees 90,000, but then the stock is reduced to rupees 60,000. So here in the new balance sheet they have recorded stock 90,000 less depreciation 30,000, so outer column 60,000. Then the last asset is the fixtures. It is given in the old balance sheet. Fixtures are rupees 60,000, but the fixtures are reduced to rupees 45,000. So in the new balance sheet they have recorded fixtures 60,000 less depreciation 15,000. So outer column 45,000 is recorded. So in this manner you have to make the changes in the new balance sheet.